There is a skill balance update. Are you ready to be happy or disappointed? Bam. Oh, there it is. So what are the changes? We have just 3 changes. Not to balance any skills that are being used, but to help out 3 skills. They're just helping them out. So let's make sense of these changes. With Swing into Action Pendulum Summon, we are strengthening the skill to make it easier to Pendulum Summon monsters. Well, what did the skill do, or what does it do right now? You get 2 Pendulum Zones, but you need 12 or more Pendulum monsters in your extra deck. What? Who's using it? Well, the Metal Foes deck is using it, and so is Dino Mist. What they're going to change the skill to be now is you no longer need that many Pendulums. I don't think you need any. The updated skill is simply put Pendulum Zones on the field. No longer, not from 12 to 6 to 3 Pendulum monsters. 0. You don't need any Pendulum monsters. You now get Pendulum Zones for free. Moving on. Extra Balloons. Extra Balloons was a way to select Wonder Balloons on your field and put a balloon counter on it. What the heck does that even mean? Well, let's see what the Extra Balloons skill and what it was doing. Wonder Balloons per balloon counter is able to reduce the opponent's field by 300. And back in 2021, October, we have Bombo playing a triple balloon Witchcrafter deck. So he should be so happy to see it. The skill's getting a boost. What is the boost? Well, it is now completely different. You are now going to can be used once per turn. You're going to select a Wonder Balloons without balloons counters and place 1 balloon counter on it. If you begin the duel with a deck that contains no monsters other than Performapal, Magician, or Odd Eyes, you get to put a Wonder Balloons into your fields right away. So not a boost for that Witchcrafter deck, but now you get the balloons on the fields for that attack reduction. Great. Will that actually be used? I have no idea. And then we have Command of the Doom King with a less restrict requirement. What is going on with this? Let's see. This is a long-winded skill of what it does. A lot of people are using it back in January with their Triple D deck. The skill for Triple D has been nerfed, which allowed them to skip the standby phase of burning damage. And this is a really fun way to play the Pendulum OTK version of the deck. I like this version a lot. But it requires you to play 6 or more Pendulum monsters to get the skill. The skill is going to put it an Armageddon from your hand and put it into your extra face-up extra deck. And then you could select Pendulum monsters from your deck and put them into your Pendulum Zone. Right? I remember if that is the effect. So it's basically an efficient way to get scales on the fields, right? But now you don't need 6 Pendulums to use the skill. It's going to be a lot easier. It is as easy as now only needing 3. So you don't have to put as many Pendulum monsters in your deck for a Pendulum skill that you're probably playing 6 Pendulums anyway naturally, to not even for the skill requirement, but just to play the Pendulum skill efficiently. It's also worth noting with the Command of the Doom King that your scales no longer return to your deck. That is a big deal. So you can get Orthros onto the fields for pop-in, very good. Orthros, very good. And that makes the deck a lot more better. So I'm excited for Triple D, not only lessening the restriction, but also making the skill a little bit better. So overall, for the changes, Command of the Doom King got a bit better, less restrictive, and no longer returning back. The extra balloons, I think this is a freaking meme, right? You tell me. And the Swing into Pendulum action should help the Metal Foes deck not have to play 12 freaking Pendulum monsters in order to play the deck. Unless they want to, right? Do they want to? Do they really want to play that many Pendulums? Probably not, and we could open it up to other decks. We don't have to have linear decks that are 12 freaking Pendulum monsters just to activate the skill. Now you get the Pendulum Zones for free. Let's go.